Okay, I think we're almost ready here. All right, here we go. Now on the APEC VIP hotline, cutting-edge training for the serious athlete, apecgo.com. Joining us right now, going into his senior year, White House wide receiver Dylan Cantrell. How you doing, Dylan?
I'm doing good. How are you?
Doing well. Thanks for doing this for us. How's your summer gone so far?
It's going pretty good. It's been busy. Basketball camps, 7-on-7 tournaments. But I'm enjoying time off from school and just working out and spending time with friends and family.
How's 7-on-7? Are you about done with that?
We actually have our final league play tonight, and then we've already qualified for the state tournament in July. So I'm sure we'll be doing practices throughout now and then. But league play ends tonight.
Okay, good deal. Now, the reason we wanted to talk to you is because looking at the new Texas Football, the Dave Campbell magazine, it looks like a Dylan Cantrell testimonial magazine this year. Boy, they really are talking you up big on this thing.
Yes, sir.
They got you listed. One of the things, first of all, preseason All-State. Also, they listed you as a money player, one of two players that they listed in Class 4A that they would pay money to see. How did it make you feel when you heard about that?
Yeah, I was actually at a basketball camp. My dad texted me and told me about it, and I was super excited, and I was always hoping, coming up and looking at the magazines as a younger age, that I was hoping I'd get recognition like that, and it felt really good just to get that high of a recognition, and it makes you feel good when you know that all your hard work's paying off.
Do you feel any pressure to perform now because of that?
I know that I've always known that there's going to be expectations put on me just from my season last year, but I'm just trying to work hard and get better throughout this summer and off season and just exceed all the expectations next year.
You got a tough act to follow. You come in as the leading receiver in Class 4A, the leading returning receiver, 87 catches, 1,414 yards, and 21 touchdowns last year. I mean, is it possible you could actually outdo those numbers this coming season?
That's the goal for me, and I'm really hoping so. And I do think that I will be able to, and we'll see. But I think we'll have a good quarterback in there that can give me the ball. So,
who is going to play quarterback?
We actually don't know right now. It's still up in the air, but both guys, Ryan Cheatham and Pat Mahomes, I think both of them can do a great job. So we'll find out. I think we'll find out in the first few games of the season who's going to be the final starter.
Now, who's playing quarterback in 7-on-7 with you right now?
They've been busy with. They've actually been out of town and busy, and they've only been with us for one tournament. But the tournament we qualified in, it was actually he's going to be a sophomore, Nate Brooks, and he did a great job. I was really impressed with him because he'd never thrown with us or done anything. He played freshman last year, and he came in and did a great job and qualified for us.
So it sounds like you got pretty good quarterbacking situation no matter what happens then.
Yes, sir, definitely.
All right, so now you've already committed to Texas Tech, so that's out of the way. Talk a little bit about what you're working on this summer, the kind of things that you want to do to improve on what you did last year.
I'm just working on every aspect of my game, just trying to get better at everything because I think that you can never be too good, and so just trying to get better at everything.
Is there any one particular area, though, that you're really spending a lot of time on?
Probably one thing that I'm trying to focus on more next year is just route running and just being more crisp and tight with my cuts, stuff like that.
Mm-hmm. And then as far as the work you're doing with Bobby Stroop over at APEC, what kind of things are you working on there as far as getting your body ready for the season?
Yeah, we do speed 2 times a week and then weights 3 times a week. And so just trying to get faster and quicker and more agile, plus trying to build on some muscle mass with it.
How much did you play at weight-wise last year?
I was about 195 last year.
And what are you trying to get to this year?
I'm trying to be I'm about 205 right now,
Wow.
and trying to gain 10 more pounds this summer. Trying to put on some more muscle and try to be up to 215 by next season.
Okay, and what was your speed last year during the season?
Probably about around a 4.5.
Okay, and have you knocked anything off of that?
I'm not sure. I haven't timed in a while, but I feel faster when I'm running, and I know I haven't decreased in speed at all.
So even adding the extra maybe 15 to 20 pounds, you don't feel like it's going to slow you down any?
No, sir.
Okay.
Not at all.
And because of the extra added weight, did you feel like you needed that, considering the competition you guys play?
Yeah, I think it's always better just to bulk up and and that's what a lot of people were trying to say last year, that I needed to bulk up. And I mean, I felt that I was fine with my size. I'm a pretty big guy out there anyway, but just mainly I'm trying to get some more weight in my legs and get those bigger, so it'd be harder to tackle me.
Mm-hmm. Of the wide receivers that are playing out there right now, NFL or college, is there any particular guy that you're a big fan of, that you like to pattern your game after, somebody that you really like to watch?
There's not really one particular guy. I like them all, but I mean, I just like guys that go out there and work hard and just go hard every play and take advantage of everything that they're given.
I was talking to Bobby Stroop back during the off season after you had already committed to Texas Tech, and he was talking to me about your work ethic and even when you go to ball games, you're a pretty serious guy, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay, and he was telling me that you pay a lot of attention to even the littlest detail. Is that a fair description?
Yes, sir.
So give me an example of something that you would notice when you're watching a game, for instance, and you're watching the wide receivers. What would be something you would notice that somebody like me would just be clueless about?
I mean, for one thing I always look at, I don't know, is just the stance. I mean, you can always tell. I mean, whether they have their toe pointed in, which slows you down coming off the line, because when you have your toe pointed in, when you're in your stance, the first thing you got to do is straighten your foot out to take off. And I mean, I look at that stuff, and then just route running, having crisp routes, like I was saying, I'm trying to work on, just stuff like that. I mean, it's the little things that make the difference in a game.
And in the kind of offense that you guys run with that wide open spread where you throw it all over the field, how much of reading of the secondary do you have to do?
A lot, actually. Just that's one thing that helps me a lot in 7-on-7, because you kind of learn how to adjust routes and maybe break off. If you run a slant, you might have to cue it around and go towards the sideline if there's linebackers in the middle, stuff like that. But you do have to adjust your routes a lot playing in this offense.
White House wide receiver Dylan Cantrell, who is Mr. Everything in the Dave Campbell's Texas Football magazine that's out now. I got a chance to look at your football schedule for the coming season. What do you think of that thing? That thing looked pretty brutal.
I think it'll be pretty tough, but I think we're going to be a pretty tough team too next year, so we'll see how it goes. You
feel like it's going to be a bigger improvement over what you guys were last year?
Definitely.
Yeah?
I definitely think, yeah. I think our defense, I mean, we have some young guys coming up that are doing a great job in 7-on-7, plus the guys that we have coming back, which is pretty much our whole defense is coming back, and I definitely think our defense is going to be stronger, and our offense, we always have guys that'll get it in the end zone. So,
yeah. How much blocking do you have to do in that offense?
Quite a bit, actually. I mean, we have pretty good running backs this year, so we'll do probably a good deal of running. So, quite a bit.
So, added weight doesn't hurt there either, I guess.
Not at all.
All right, and tell me about your workout regimen right now. You said you were working on speed a couple of days a week, and then working with Bobby, I guess, on weight 3 days a week. Is that right?
Yes, sir.
Go ahead.
I go up there at 7:30 at APEC 5 days a week, plus Saturday. The weight room's open throughout the day to come work out, and then afterwards I go up to the school from 10 to 11. We have a workout at my high school and go up there and work out, and then just do other stuff throughout the day, push-ups, stuff like that. And
you're also playing basketball in the summer as well?
Yes, sir.
So how in the world do you keep weight on if you're doing all of that?
protein shakes, eating a lot, stuff like that.
You're about to break your mom and dad. You know that, don't you?
I know. My mom has to go because I have two brothers, and I think she's going to the grocery store about 7 times a week every day.
Oh my gosh. Oh man. Listen, you need to give your mom a big hug sometime. You know that, don't you?
I do.
Okay. Hey, Dylan, listen, congratulations on the write-up. It's really cool to see people taking notice of what you're doing, and it was real fun to read about all the things that they were saying about you in the Dave Campbell's Texas Football, and we're real excited about doing the football games on the radio again this fall and looking forward to seeing you play and having a great season. So thanks for talking with us.
No problem. Thanks for having me.
Good deal. All right. Dylan Cantrell, White House wide receiver on Bryan Houston Sports Radio Live on 99.3 Talk FM.